We are Washington State University, so it's it's a lot of pride to play for a major university in the state that you grew up in. Our kids have been really fortunate because they played with one another, they played against one another, whether it's high school baseball or summer baseball, and a lot of the kids come from the same types of families and the same types of backgrounds. Families can come watch them play. If you're a Washington kid and you're playing at Washington State, it's a 4-hour trip from Seattle to come over and watch a son play. So I think that brings a factor into the program as well. No matter what sport you're dealing with in major college sports in the BCS, is that you're trying to, you hear coaches all the time saying we need to build a fence around the state, and you can do that if you have the right players. There's tremendous players in the state of Washington. There's tremendous high school programs and summer programs. So, we're not going to be completely Washington, but we're looking at 4/5 of our roster to be Washington kids.
I was fortunate enough to play high school and college baseball in the state of Washington. I had great high school and American Legion coaches in Spokane. And I've been very impressed with the caliber of instruction, not only from the summer coaches who we recruit a majority of our kids from, but the high school coaching in this state's fantastic. I think the importance of being able to win and compete in a program that you grew up watching and supporting, that your parents grew up and supported. Mom and Dad went to Washington State University. My uncle went to Washington State University. To be able to come to the institution that is your own state's university is a very powerful motivator.
Throughout the state, whenever you've got those type of connections and those coaches that have been doing it for a while or are just starting but have played for you, you've got a really good feel for who's who and what players to target and what players can handle the grind of playing at a national power conference like the Pac-12 and playing for Washington State University. The opportunity to stay in state is a big pride thing for them. Whenever we talk about going into a house and coaching a kid from the state, the first thing we talk about is winning a national championship in your home state. And that's a big deal for a lot of those kids. We talk about the fact that developing that Cougar alumni relation is huge. And if you go through the state and see the Go Cougs everywhere, that you'll become part of that. And then the other part about Washington State that I think is important to these kids is the college town atmosphere. A lot of the schools in our conference are more in urban settings, and so to be able to come in and be in a college town, to be part of a college atmosphere 24/7, to be within state is a huge factor for us when we recruit a player, and a lot of times the kids who choose Washington State are choosing it for those specific reasons.